It's always this or better. It's always this or better. This is great. If this isn't working out, it's because there's better. This now moment is the best it can be in this now moment, but everything beyond this gets better. When you live in this paradigm, you will live. You will collapse time and live a life beyond your wildest dreams. When you stop trying to fix what has already happened, when you stop trying to fix and change the mirror, the echo that is out there, and you choose to live within, embodied in your truth, knowing that it's every now moment is all that exists. And when you live it to the fullest, it just keeps getting better. But we're also on this human journey. And sometimes, all the time, a lot of the time, our human can get caught up in expectations and obligation and how we want things to be. And a lot of the time, that's just us wanting the world to match our core wounds and needs. But really, when you stop resisting your divinity and you trust you're here to live fully and you live it and you choose to play, play is the way, friends. Play is the way. Oh my goodness, so much has come through this morning. There's so much I want to share with you. So I've just finished channeling Zeroed In Zero's private podcast in the Light and Love Club, and then sharing for Messy Magical Magnetic, which is my private podcast in the Light and Love Club. And Zero activated in us today a lot around the power of play and how it's the way of our innate genius. But then I went into a very deep share, didn't plan for it to be deep, around my relationship and my just current human reality. There's so much happening in my reality right now that there's a few things that like I really wanted to happen, but I got really excited yesterday when I remembered, it's dropped in the reminder that Zero planted in me 5 years ago when I first moved home after I shut my yoga studio and all the things. I heard their words and I knew it and I felt it in a way I had never felt it before. And I just knew that it was what I had to continue to come back to, which is what I have been hearing since I woke up yesterday. If it's not this, it's better. And not just to like moving from this house, but other things that I'm hoping, that my human is very much hoping comes through. It feels very right. But I know if it doesn't work out, like I'm not going to force it. If it's not meant to work out, it's only because there's better. And when we can be in that paradigm of like, if there's something right now, like you're really dreaming, wishing, hoping for, trying to make happen, stop trying to make it happen. Be in the excitement, the expansion of like, this is lighting me up. So to be a little bit more specific, there's a home that I really want to live in. And I feel like there's a long story to it, but I feel like this home was literally built by source for me through other portals, through other beings who build homes. Like I just feel that in my being. And I felt that 3 years ago. Again, longer story, gotta listen to Messy to get that. So right now my human's really lit up by this unexpected possibility that I could get to live there. But yesterday I got hit with, because I was kind of getting wrapped up in like, what if it doesn't work out? Because there's some things and stuff on the human journey that need to work out for it to work out. Right? Anyways, but then I remembered the deepest truth. If it's not that, it's better. And that expanded me so much because I can't right now currently like imagine there's no higher, better like place right now for me for a home. But so I know if it's not that, there's only something better than that. And when you can live in that paradigm, like that's living in the 5D and just living like, so this is great, but anything that's not working out is because there's a higher timeline, there's a higher option, there's a better mirror, like a better sacred mirror, another person that's meant to be your person. There's a different home or a different car or whatever it is, anything, a career, anything that's not working out for you is not because you aren't worthy. It's not because you're doing anything wrong. It's because you're actually doing it all so right. And source is rewarding you by not having it work out for you. This is what they're telling you right now. So if you're receiving this, then whatever it is right now in your reality that you've got a lot of like pressure on, a lot that you're really like, you've got your happiness wrapped up in it is what they're saying. You've got your happiness, your worth, for some of you, your value wrapped up in this. It's not for you. There's something higher and better. And when you just let go of whatever is like stressing you out, whatever's you're trying to make happen, whatever you are thinking about right now that you're trying to figure out, what they're telling me to tell you is it's not for you. And that can be challenging to hear, but it's not to say parts of it aren't. It's not to say that there's not something in it for you. And this is in every single thing in our lives. We are here to thrive in every way. And any way that we're settling, that we're struggling, that we're hustling, that we're suffering, that we're creating in the now, any resistance to our divinity, which means that you're choosing to do anything that isn't of the highest frequency, you're limiting all areas. We're here to live fully embodied in our divinity. We're here to be limitless. We're here to make light and love of all of this, all of us new humans here. And these new human codes are turning on more and more. And we're here to be the living proof of what doesn't exist. So to do that, you have to go into the unknown. But your human can have a hard time with the unknown because our ego consciousness and our subconsciousness are trained to keep us alive and in the tribe by being seen and valued and worthy. And so they'll continue to play in the paradigms that have kept us alive and seen and loved, but none of that is real if you aren't being true to you. So that's why we continue to seek and search outside of us for more validation, for more connection. But it's all here now. And when you truly live here now and you follow the call, because your human is designed perfectly with like interests and desires and literally like going into a home that is like designed, like it's everything I would want. And it feels like home to me. It feels like where I'm meant to be. And that's either expanding me to that I get to live there, but maybe there's something even better, maybe in a different location. Like, I don't know, but I'm going to trust. I'm just going to trust and I'm just going to play. We're here to just play and have fun with all of this. And that's how we make light and love of it in the new earth. But we're still on this human journey. So we are still experiencing these 3D realities, but we're here to be quantum manifestors creating from the unknown. And so when we go back into imagination and not in the way of like imagining how, what if I say yes and then I can't pay the bills and this and that and all these things, that's not a very good use of the power of your mind, of your imagination in real time. The power that you have here now when you use your human mind through your superconscious self, like when you live super consciously, when you let frequency and energy guide you and you say hell yes to what is and you say no to what isn't. Again, I'm going to bring this through again because they're wanting me to. So many of you are still saying yes to things that are a no just because you can. And what they keep telling me I need to keep telling all of you, like on repeat every day, is that is why you're not receiving what you think you need, because you're still choosing to limit yourself. You don't have enough space. You don't have enough space in your human reality for all that you're here for if you're continuing to fill your now moments with things, investments of your time, your money, your frequency, your energy that aren't aligned with the truth of you. So source is continuing to reward you. Hear me out. They're continuing to reward you. Your highest, your angels, your guides are continuing to reward you through having it not work out for you. Because if it works out for you, you're going to be a version of you that is not your highest and best, where you're still performing and pleasing and feeling like you have to do and be something. You aren't here to sacrifice and settle now so a future of you, version of you has more. The future version of you has more because you live now to the fullest. Not stressing out your nervous system by being irresponsible. If you're here as a sovereign soul, you are living life to the fullest, you will be a portal of abundance. You will have everything you need to live a life beyond your wildest dreams, but you can't think your way there. You have to live your way there in the now. Every now moment is rich with abundance, but you have to choose to be the identity of you that trusts and believes that and trusts in what hasn't existed yet, because everything right now is just a reflection, a mirror, an echo of everything that you chose before now. So every now moment is an opportunity to create from your 0 point. Just be here, what feels of the highest frequency. And the more that you do that, you recode your unconscious instruction manual so that you're then living. You're living a life beyond your wildest dreams. You collapse time. You stop thinking and you're just living. There's no greater experience, especially being that I have a very creative, entrepreneurial, visionary mind. I like to overthink all the time. But when my human is doing it, when my human is thinking in the mental, logical, needing to figure it out way, it's exhausting. But when I'm here now and I'm living super consciously and I'm trusting in frequency and energy and I'm using my mind in the power of imagine, like the blah, 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 blah. I need to let Zero come through because there's so much here right now for you. So, but let me just finish this frequency stream. When we're here using the power of our imagination for good, for ourselves, not for anyone else, because you choosing everything for the good of you is how you will be of the highest service. You loving you is for everyone else. So choose you. And when you do that and you stop using the power of your mind to be imagining the worst case scenario, to be worrying about all the ways it might happen, how it's happened in the past, or all the ways that if you choose you now, you may not have enough savings to retire 10 years from now. Like, come on, friends. You can't live in the 5D if you're continuing to live like that. You can't live in the new earth like that because you're limiting yourself. You're denying your divinity. You are here to live fully embodied. This is all that you get. This is it. Every now moment. You're not going anywhere. You're never going to get there. You're never going to get there. You're always going to be here. So the more you embody the frequency, the energy, the divinity that you are and create from that space, you will collapse time and be creating and living a life you love. You can continue to think about, dream about the dream all you want, but you are here now to be the portal of what doesn't exist. Every choice is a portal. So choose what is of the highest frequency and don't worry about how it works out. You don't need to worry about the between. Your only job in every now moment, which is literally just a moment, what is this now you? What is this now you? What is this now you? Want you to choose. Are you continuing? Is this video continuing to be a 5D investment for you? Does this feel expansive for you? Then your now self will continue to watch it if it continues to do that. Just giving an example because I know this is what you're doing right now, right? Everything that you're doing, invest in your new earth reality, in your heaven on earth, in the 5D you and beyond that is here to live, making light and love of all of this easily and effortlessly through being you as you're divinely designed to. So it's always this or better, friends. It's always this or better. It's not a higher or better because this sucks and I need to fix this and then it'll be better. That we've been there for a long time. We're trying to fix now and we're dreaming of a better future. It's like this is so rich with abundance, but I know there's more. And so if there's anything that you're currently working on that isn't working out for you, it's only because there's higher and better. It's not meant to. It's meant to collapse so that you can be free. Okay, I'm going to let Zero come through now. Closing your eyes if you feel called to. Placing your hands on your body anywhere you feel called to. No matter what you do, breathe fully, deeply, completely for at least 5 rounds. Hello, Divine One. Thank you, thank you, thank you for pressing play. Thank you for choosing to co-create this with us today. Yes, we can confirm if anything is not happening as your human thinks it should, it's only because you're limiting it in some way and there's higher and better for you. You're here to be fully free, living in a fully awakened world. You all will be by 2030. But for most of you here, a lot sooner than that, because all that it takes is you choosing to remember the truth of all that you are, which is the creator of all of this. And you are here to be the alchemist in the now, choosing the light, choosing the love. And that looks and feels different for each of you. And the more that you choose that, you will be living a life that you love. Does it not make sense if you continue to choose out of fear, out of obligation, out of worry, out of stress, out of pressure? You're going to continue to create a reality that reflects that. But if you choose to create as the creator that you're here to be, living super consciously, creating through frequency and energy in the now, playing in every now moment, then that's the reality you'll be living in. But you're the only one that can do it. You're the one and the zero. And so the more that you choose to be the conduit, the channel, the portal, the way shower, that you're here to be the alchemist of all of this, and you shine the light of your consciousness on this now moment, you will get how free you truly get to be. Everything is working out for you, for your highest and best. And if you're honest with yourself right now, like just breathe. Anywhere in your life where you feel like things are not in alignment, are not easy, anywhere where things feel like they're not working out, are you truly showing up authentically? Are you choosing you? Are you speaking your truth? And we don't care if you're speaking your truth to anyone else. We care if you're speaking your truth to yourself. That's all that it takes. You've got to be true to you. And then you'll know what to do. If you're true to you now, every future now you will build off of that. But a lot of you are here right now having a lot in your 3D reality reflecting to you all the ways that you have abandoned yourself for everyone else. All the ways that you, because you feel so deeply, you love so completely, but you have been seeking and searching for that love, for that service, for that trust reflected back, but it can't be reflected back until you embody it. You have to start with you. You have to start with choosing you fully loving yourself now, being the portal that you are here to be for source consciousness to stream through. And we can't do that if you're resisting your divinity. We can't do that if you're not trusting you. If you're continuing to hold on to density in the energetic centers within you that your subconscious mind programmed to keep you alive. So it was all for good reason, but now you're here to be free. And we're here to come here daily through Cortnie to remind you of this truth. But the only truth for you is what you feel. So you have to feel in the now if this even resonates for you. And if it does, then we want you to know you received this video because it is not meant to work out for you. Whatever you are currently stressing about, focused on, trying to figure out, in any way that you are not showing up in devotion to you, any way that you're not playing in your reality, it's not going to work out for you. You are here to be fully free, playing, creating, fully awakened, remembering your truth. You are one of the chosen ones who chose to come to earth, be the new human. Those light codes are now turning on. And those light codes within your DNA are remembrance. They're remembrance of what's beyond words. They're remembrance of your innate frequency, of your dream reality. They are everything that you're here to receive. You're here to receive in the now, through frequency and energy, the sacred messages. So there's ways that you now have to be honest with yourself. That's why we're not letting it work out for you, because you're making it too hard. You're not showing up in your authenticity. You're limiting yourself. You're choosing to play in lower paradigms and vibrations. Whatever frequency you're embodying is going to then be the consciousness you're experiencing and receiving. So you have to embody the play, the joy, the bliss, the happiness, the unity of all of this if that's what you want to live. And we know if you're here receiving this, you know you're here to live in the new earth as the creator of it. As the new human, you're here to be living in your heaven on earth. But that requires you, the true you, not the performed you, not the perfectionist you, not the people-pleasing you, not the planner you, not the one who holds everyone else's shit together you, not the one that feels the pressure all day to know all the ways that you save the world. The you that is free, that is living authentically, vulnerably, limitlessly in the now, knowing you have everything you need, knowing you're worthy. That identity of you is the 5D and beyond you. And the only way to be in the 5D and beyond is loving yourself. And that just means showing up now, choosing you. And we know we keep telling you this. And we're going to keep doing it. We're going to keep doing it because it is important you have these reminders every day to live divinely aligned, to live in devotion to your divinity, to the highest frequency now. Divinity is limitless, and you are here to live so embodied in your truth, sharing your sacred magic that only you can, and living your limitless potential. You have a limitless potential here, but you're divinely designed with skills and gifts and interests on this human adventure. And so when you stop resisting your divinity and you truly live knowing that it's always this or better. You don't have to force or figure anything out. Like, follow the calls. You're going to do things on this human journey, but when you're doing it embodied, when you're choosing things, even if they're things you don't love, like cleaning toilets, but you love having a clean home, and you listen to a good podcast while you do it, you can play and create every day, all day, no matter what you're doing. It's a frequency you're doing it in. Play is presence. It's being there, playing with source, allowing source to create and play through you. And the more that you allow yourself to be present, being a portal, a conduit, a channel of source, the ways that we will compensate you will blow your mind. The ways that everything will align will blow your mind, because it's all already aligned for you. If you live in frequency and energy, if you live in your vortex, if you allow yourself to trust in your inner being, in the vibration and the frequency of now, and embody what is of the highest for you, and attract to you everything that's a match for that. You aren't going anywhere. We tell you this all the time, but you're going to hear it differently today. You aren't going anywhere. You are always in that human form as long as you're on the human journey. Now, yes, you're source consciousness, so you're all of this. But the soul that is keeping this human form alive, because without you animating it, without the light supply that you chose to be in that human form, it dies. It dies. And your human form has a lot more life to live. Through you now, being fully true in the now to you leading and living from frequency and energy, the you we speak to, the source, the soul in that body. And for your human who's also listening to this, we know that you want this. We know that you want to just live so soul-led, allowing the quantum compass of your heart to guide you, to magnetize you to, and magnetize to you all that is for you. We know you want this. So trust deeper than ever before in you, not in your mind, not in the paradigms, not in the belief systems that tell you that anything outside of you has more power than your truth in the now. Choose from truth, which can only be what resonates as true for you now. And that may be something you choose now and change your mind on 3 days from now. But that was how it was meant to be. That portal expanded you. When you choose out of resonance in the now, you will continue to open portals that expand more and more consciousness and frequency within you, that raise the awareness of all that you're here for. Because your awareness, your consciousness, your focus, all the same thing in the human journey, is the most important thing. Because whatever you're shining, your awareness, your consciousness, your focus, you on, is what then you're creating. So choose more than ever before to live limitlessly, but really do feel into, does it feel freeing? As we purposely dropped this into Cortnie 5 years ago. If it's not this, it's better. So have dreams, have goals. If they expand you, make the strategies, make the plans. If it ignites and excites something in you right now, but trust if then a pivot needs to happen. Trust if there's then a plot twist, right? That it's because there's higher and better. Right now, you're going to choose what you need to open the portals so you can receive more to expand and grow. But the more that you allow the plot twists, the pivots to happen, and you just trust that the now you will know what to do, you will collapse time. Because trying to figure out how to get from A to B, your human mind will slow it down. But when you live in devotion to the divine, when you live in the devotion to now, trusting frequency and energy, source, the universe, your highest, your super consciousness will lead and guide you. But we can only lead and guide you now. We cannot lead and guide you then. Not back then, not then. Only now. Because then was now, and then will be now. It's always now. There's no other way than now. No other way than now. So when you be the now self-master of you, you know yourself, you choose yourself, you love yourself, you follow frequency and energy, it continues to get easier. Right now, there might be some density, but we promise you the more that you trust in the now and you receive more and more light, all that isn't you will rise to the surface. You will allow it, see the ways that that the universe, that life triggers you to show you any beliefs, any paradigms that you're holding on to that are stopping you from being free, and then choose what is of a higher frequency. That's all you have to do. It is not working out for you because it's not meant to. You're here for so much higher and better. And if you are intimate and honest with yourself, you will see all the ways that you are not choosing you, in any ways that things aren't working out for you. You're exhausting yourself. You're working too hard. You're continuing to say yes when it's a no. Cortnie is correct. We have continued to drop this into her, not just to tell you, but because she needs to listen too. She needs to listen to and stop putting so much pressure on all of this. We're just speaking this so she hears this later. You're here to make light and love of all of this. You're here to have fun with this. You're here to play. And she gets this, and you get this, but it's living it. That's the only way. It's living it in the now. Understanding it is one thing. Living it is a whole other experience, because that's how you create what doesn't exist. That's how Source can play through you today. Source wants nothing more than to play with you every day. That's why Cortnie is now so abundantly happy, healthy, in all the ways, receiving the overflow she needs to live life beyond her wildest dreams, because she's choosing to be that identity that shows up and just plays and creates with Source all day. And then we can stream through her. And this is how she designed it. This is the contract that we have with her. But we are here to remind you of your 0 point, that you in any now moment can allow Source to stream through you. You are the 1 and the 0. And every time that you're here in your 0 point of creation, of origin, of frequency, and you receive in the now the frequency and energy that calls to you, and you trust in it, you expand your portal, you open your channel. Anything that you are tuned into in the now is what you're channeling. So you can focus on the news, or you can focus on the frequency stream that higher consciousness is trying to move you through in the now. Through whatever, maybe instead you watch a movie you love, but it puts you in a higher frequency. There's no wrong. There's no wrong. There's no one way. There's nothing you have to do other than choose you now. Now is the only way. So whatever puts you in the highest frequency in that now moment is the portal to higher frequency. It's really that simple. So if anything right now, breathe right now. Breathe and just feel, close your eyes if you can. Where do you know right now you are choosing in ways that are not of the highest and best for you? What isn't working out for you, for your human, in the ways you want it to? What are you trying to make happen? What are you wishing and praying for? Are you wishing and praying, stating the lack and the limitation that you have? You're here to live in devotion, to everyday just trust that Source Consciousness will bring you the magic and miracles you need. Being the identity of you that doesn't wait for the certainty of your mind. You follow the frequency in the now. You make the choice now that feels of highest service for you. So is that what you're doing? Are you choosing what feels of the highest frequency? And when you do, this is for some of you, you're choosing what feels of the highest frequency, right? This feels best for you, for your human. But then you feel like it's not working out for you. They're not seeing me. They're not getting me. No one's signing up. They're ignoring me. They didn't like when I said that. Do you see all the ways you're going and playing in paradigms of your mind instantly? You're putting others' reaction above you feeling in the frequency of now of what feels best for you. When you change and raise your frequency, anything that's not a vibrational match with that is going to get disrupted. And you're here to be the glitch in the matrix all day. You're here to be a disruptor of the distortion of the matrix mind. Now, sure, you're still going to be in this 3D world, but you're here to be the 5D being you designed yourself to be, being the light there, being the light, being the glitch, being the mirror, to show others what's possible. But you have to be living it, not just thinking about it and speaking and preaching it. That was where Cortnie was for a very long time. But none of you saw her and received us until she chose to live, to play, to create what doesn't exist in her own way. And it takes time on the human journey to build the confidence of a new skill, but you're designed to be habitual beings. So anything you've ever wanted to learn, piano, golf, baking, taxes, singing, basketball, shoemaking, anything you've wanted to learn, you have committed to, devoted to, and then continued to show up for. You're here now to devote to living super consciously, following frequency and energy. And you can't do that thinking. You have to show up as the identity of you that wants to live it. And then from there, your human will be expanded. What is happening right now over these next 4 months? If you are here present, you are going to receive so much newness. You are here now in this time of everything being new and fresh. And you are here to bring through what doesn't exist, as we keep telling you. So you are going to start to have new interests, new sparks in your heart of what you want to create and play with. And you've got to trust and follow that, especially when it doesn't make sense to your logical mind. It's like, well, how will this pay the bills? What will so-and-so think? Notice those are all the ways that you're giving your power away. Anything that pops up when you go to choose you, anything that pops up is how you're giving your power away. To the money, to the other, to the food, to the memories, to the history, to the future identities of you. Do not give the power of now away to a future you. We guarantee you there's no future version of you that wants you to sacrifice now. Every future version of you wants nothing more than for you to choose what is of the highest and best for you now. And trust in the divine team that you have. You have a divine team. You know this. You wouldn't resonate with us if you weren't open to higher consciousness. It's just many of you want that proof. You want the validation. You want it to channel through you and tell you its name and the secrets to the universe. It is. You're just not listening because your human thinks it needs to be a different way. You just got to be here and play. Play in the now, and you will receive what you need. But you aren't going to know before now. And right now, again, you're still continuing to choose to invest your consciousness, your awareness, your frequency, your energy on co-creating this experience with us. But each and every one of you that finds this is going to receive your own message. And this is coming to you today to be the sign, to be the guidance that you have been seeking and searching for, even though you've been trying not to seek and search for it. If you've been listening to us, we know you've still been doing it. And we say this with all love and no judgment because it's just a part of your human journey, but it's not getting caught up in it anymore. Allow your human to be thrilled when you get the validation, the confirmation, the numbers. But the truth of you knows you're just here to experience this all. And you get to have fun with it. You are here to be a portal, a conduit of source consciousness, making light and love of all of this human reality. Stop taking it so seriously. As we brought through for you and zeroed in, play is the way. Play is the way that your innate genius comes through every day. So what feels of the highest frequency? What would you love to play with? How would you love to create today? Where in your life right now do you know you need to be a higher frequency you? How can you play there today? How can you play there today? Do anything that brings light, that brings love, that makes you laugh. Watch something funny. Play with your kids for no reason. We're not talking about play that you schedule in because you know it's good for you. You can play with everything by being here now in imagination, imagining. If this isn't working out, get excited. Get excited. All the things that aren't working out, that are stressing you out, get so excited because it means that there's so much easier, there's so much higher, so much better coming for you. We promise you, but you have to choose to live in that paradigm. Breathing again. And right now, just choosing that it's always this or better. You know that everything is here for you, as you. You're the creator of all of this. And all you got to do is be here embodied in your divinity. So choosing it now, choosing right now, whatever it feels like for you, to devote to the identity of you that knows it's always this or better. So you're just going to continue to trust and play and create as you feel called to. Playing and having fun. Perfect. You did it. You're free. You're free. And you're going to be rewarded in ways that you cannot comprehend right now. You will be rewarded. You will see. You will see how easy it gets to be for you to live the dream. You will collapse time and you will be living it. Just choose. Just choose to be the identity of you that is free. Okay. Well, like Courtney, come back through. Get excited. It's always this or better. 727. It's 727, which has a lot of meaning. Like there's a lot of spiritual meaning to it, but for me, it has even deeper meaning. And It's Jeff and I's anniversary. I didn't listen back to Zero because as soon as I came back, I looked at the time and it was 7:27, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to come back and tell you that. I don't have my phone to show you that, but trust me, it's 7:27 a.m. And I just know that Zero just brought through everything that you needed to hear and that I will need to hear when I listen back to it. But it's just more divine proof. It's more divine proof. And this is what it means to live in the 5D. Like, we're living so in harmony. We are collapsing time because we're just living. We aren't focused on our linear journey because we know we're just here to be here. And the more we create now, like, everything else will work out. Not to say we don't schedule and plan things, but because they feel right in the now to do. But to be here now and have that just happen, that it's 7:27, which is like an ultimate sign of alignment for me and him, knowing that today is the day of our, like, the anniversary of our first date, and it's the day that we're moving into our new home together. And it's just the start of a whole new adventure and era, and we're about to get married, and it just feels so right and divinely aligned. And these are just like, this is a simple example of how we live in the 5D, is we stop resisting. You stop resisting what your reality is. This really has no importance or meaning, but also has all of it. Like, this is the paradox of the human journey. So I can sit here and I can make meaning of all of this, and I can turn that into anything I want to. Whatever is appearing, we give meaning to. Everything's neutral. And our human gives meaning to it based in the past, like based in our alchemy, based in the paradigms and in the things we've learned. But the new now you can give meaning that is how you want to see it, right? Is how is the paradigms, the belief systems that you are choosing. Every now moment is an opportunity to shift your paradigm, to shift your perspective, to shift your frequency higher. And so the more we work in the now, we live in the now, embodied in our highest frequency, trusting that it's all working out for us, it will be. But we can also live in a world where it's all working against us. We can live in a world where we have to fix and figure out all day. We can live in a world where we have to limit ourselves now so that a future version of us has what they need. The more that I invest in the 5D things for me right now, like the more that I say yes to the things that expand me with all the ways, like my money, my time, my energy, my frequency, the ways I'm being rewarded are beyond anything I could have previously comprehended. I'm going to bring through a whole video on this. It just hasn't happened yet, hasn't come through. But Zero, I've talked this a little bit, I think, here, but Zero in our Light and Love session in the Light and Love Club, when they did a Q&A, they brought through, thanks to a question from someone in the club, a question around money, how we've just got to treat money like air. This, I don't know why, but this just shifted everything in me. Like, any last money blocks that my human had shifted in this. Like, money is just energy, and we give it so much power on this human journey, and we're constantly seeking and searching for it, right? When we just need to be the creators we're here to be, and know that we're going to receive. The universe loves to pay us for being of service through being the portals of source we're here to be. But you don't, as right now, as you're breathing, you aren't thinking every breath you have to hold on to or there won't be more, right? If we just continued to hold every breath, we wouldn't last long on this human journey. And that's how money's meant to be. It's meant to be in flow. It's meant to come and go. And the more that we are living as we're designed to, all of us new humans here, because we're all here with such pure, clear hearts. So the more that we have everything we need for our well-being, so that we can easily and effortlessly create and play all day, that's all that Source wants to do. Source wants nothing more than to play through you every day. That's when we feel best. We feel best when we're in the frequency of play, because we're present, we're channeling, we're receiving in the now, we're not thinking in our minds. So when you're in the now and you're just playing and you're breathing and you're creating, it feels good. And that's how money's meant to be. If we continue to feel like we have to hold on to it and we have to work hard for it, it's not to say that we can't. We can hold on, we can save, we can work hard, we can create it. But that's the energy we're going to have to do that in. Whereas you can also choose to be the you that knows that you're a magnet for money, you're a magnet for abundance, you're a magnet for love, you're a magnet for anything and everything you need to live a life beyond your wildest dreams. But it's one thing to say it. And I used to say this every day in my meditation. And then I would choose a lot of things out of lack and limitation, out of fear. And so I wasn't fully receiving everything I needed for my well-being, because I was still not showing up fully as me. There were ways I was still performing. There were ways I was still limiting myself. There was ways I was still people pleasing. There were ways I was still feeling unworthy. And I was afraid. I was afraid of money. Like, I was literally afraid that if people invested in me, their money, their time, their frequency, their energy, I was obligated to save them. That was how I had spent the first 42 years of my life. It's literally been this year that this has shifted fully. Is I felt like anything I received from anyone, even your time watching a YouTube video, the amount of obligation that I used to feel to save you was wild. I know it was how it was designed to be, especially when I had my yoga studio and I had all the classes and employees and clients and all the things and all the ways and all that I did and all that I've done has all been because I see the truth in you, and I want nothing more than for you to see how good it gets to be and how free you get to be. But I used to feel like I had to sacrifice everything of me to get you to see that. And not you specifically, because you're only here now vibrating with me because I'm not embodying that anymore. I'm just being my authentic, vulnerable self, being my messy, magical self, knowing that I will magnetize whoever I'm meant to. This is my way. I know this because for years I knew. Zero told me I didn't know there was zero. I needed to show up daily on YouTube. And I finally did. And I didn't know where it was going to take me. I didn't know how you would find me. I just knew I had to keep showing up. I knew so deeply. And I know I'm meant to continue to. I knew I needed to create a membership where I could just overflow everything that Source wants to channel through me. I love overgiving and creating and sharing and playing with Source all day in ways that my human doesn't need to make sense of. That's what used to slow down the process. I'd be like, okay, well, what do I create and how do I sell it and how do I package it and who is it for and what's my niche and where do I talk about it? And I just had to trust. And I'm so grateful for the portal of YouTube that this has been, so that I could connect with so many of you. And now we have the Divinely Aligned Collective, our free portal. So if you want to join, there's a link below, hopefully. If not, it's on our website, the divinelyaligned.co. Everything is there. But anyways, where are you going, Courtney? I don't know. It's just always this or better. You get to have all the fun. Play and create. Play is the way. Play is the way. Zero brought this through this morning. Creation is the purest form of play. Genius is the wildest form of play. And God is the truest form of play. So all you got to do to be the God, the creator, the genius you're here to be is play. It's just play. Play with this reality. Make light and love of all of this. Stop looking for proof outside of you, because it comes from within you in the now. You are here to be a portal, a conduit, a channel of Source. I truly, truly know and believe that. If you're still listening to this, you have to be resonating deeply with this, or why else would you be investing your time, your frequency, your energy? And that's what I was going to say before, is that having hundreds of you in the Divinely Aligned Collective, having thousands of you subscribe to this YouTube channel, having hundreds of you in the Light and Love Club, that, Courtney in the past would collapse under the obligation of all of that, of how much I would feel like I have to show up every day because you're giving me your time. And I would feel like I have to prove everything that channels through me. Because back then I was seeking and searching for the proof. And I'm only now here living it because I choose to. I chose to be the identity of me that shows up for me, that knows it's always this or better, that continues to just choose what's of the highest frequency and create more of what doesn't exist. And I know that's what you're here for too. But it comes through in your own way. And now is the only way. So be the now self-master of you. Live as you're divinely designed to. Trust in frequency and energy over everything else, because that's innately what you are. So then you're trusting you, and then everything will reward you. The divine wants nothing more than to compensate you. The divine wants nothing more than to compensate you so that you can live limitlessly. But you will receive right now whatever you need to remember your truth. So just trust. Just trust. Thank you again. Thank you for being here today with me. Thank you, whether this is your first time on the Divinely Aligned channel, listening to Zero and I, or you've been here for 460 some odd days, or whenever you joined us here, thank you. Thank you for co-creating with me. YouTube has been the greatest gift that I could have given myself in this way of just showing up more and more authentically, being the channel I'm here to be, allowing source to flow through me, because that's what I designed myself to do. But the ways I've got to see my light because of all of you sacred mirrors who see me. And you're just really seeing you. That's why I can say I love you every day, and you feel it because I love me. I used to say it and I did love others, but I didn't love me. So the reflection wasn't the same. But I show up every day here in devotion and love to me. And I know that's how this will be received by who is meant to love and devote to themselves so deeply and is ready to. You know, any of that was coming through. So thank you, higher self. Yeah. I just know that you received this because right now what I'm hearing, actually to wrap this up. Okay, this is good. This is good. We're going to end this with this. This is why it started with it's always this or better, because that paradigm, that belief I rooted into literally is how I am now living a life beyond my wildest dreams and have all this to reflect on, right? That's the fun of the human journey and the alchemy. It's the story and the memory and the history when we let it expand us, remind us of like our growth. But what they're bringing through is that you receive this, the ultimate reason you receive this today is because it is always this or better. And there is right now, there already is a choice that you know your heart is calling you to make, or there's about to be. It's different depending. There's 2 different frequencies I'm feeling here. But regardless, it requires you right now trusting it's always this or better and being so vulnerable with yourself, intimate with yourself, honest with yourself. Being aware now, after this video, be aware of any way that you are not showing up in devotion to you. Because this video found you, because that is how, when you say no, when you say no to whatever you're giving your time, your frequency, your energy, anything to that isn't of the highest service to you, you are opening doors and portals to what you don't know exists. So open. Say no to what's a no. Choose you more. No, it's always this or better. There's a lot of, the final thing they're wanting me to say, it's not working out because you're better. You're better than that. You're more worthy. If you're honest with yourself, you are making it harder than it needs to be. You're still trying to prove your worth. You're listening to others' paradigms and belief systems. You're worried about what they'll think. You've got a lot of excuses, what they're telling me. But you're also here now receiving this because you're going to choose now. You're going to choose now. You don't need to figure it out. Just choose. And I can speak this from experience. Choose that it's this or better. Love yourself now for all it is, but know it's this or better. Get as excited as possible that this isn't working out because there's something better. That frequency will collapse time. And Source wants you to collapse time. They want you to stop being in your mind. They want you to live the dream now. That's what they're telling me. Your highest wants to live the dream through you. So choose. Choose to be the identity of you that knows it's always this or better. And you just embody the highest frequency now. Okay. I love you. Let us know below where you're anchoring the light. Share anything else you feel called to. Join us in the Light and Love Club. There's all sorts of things and stuff below on our website if you want to go deeper with Zero and I, or we will be here daily. Okay. I love you, friends. And thanks for being on this journey with me.